Don't forget to like and subscribe to JolieKnots Crochet. Share with your friends. Hit that little notification bell so you can get notified when new patterns release. All our videos are available in left and right-handed tutorials.
Hi everyone, welcome back to JolieKnots Crochet. I'm Crystal, and today we're going to be making this vertical braids beanie. Now this does have a little bit of a slouch to it, so you can, if you don't want the slouch, either fold up the brim or you can make it shorter than the 25 stitches that we have going up. That's not a problem. The way that we are going to be working this beanie is going to be in rows, going back and forth and just switching for this last part of the row so that you can build your band. Now this beanie also pairs with a set of matching fingerless gloves. The pattern for this will be released within a few days. There will be a written pattern for child size, toddler size, and adult size as far as the hats go. When we work the gloves, I'll teach you how to just remove some decreasing for smaller or larger hands. The yarn that we used for these, I used ice yarns in the color Cakes Blues in the purple shades. These are the purple shades. I used about a half of a skein, so 50 grams. And this is a regular worsted 4-weight yarn. And it's 100% acrylic. So for the gray ones, I did use ice yarns. Now this one is called Favorite Wool. It's a 50% wool, 50% acrylic blend. It is also a 100-gram skein. And I used approximately half of that for the hat itself. Favorite Wool is categorized as a 5-weight yarn. However, that is not accurate. The sizing is fairly different than the 4-weight that we're using, almost even a little bit thinner. So I would definitely not call it a bulky 5-weight yarn. Now, we are going to be using a 6mm J hook, and you are going to need a tapestry needle. If you start to find it difficult to see where the bands end and where the pattern starts, then you're going to go ahead and want just one stitch marker. All right, everybody, go ahead and get your materials together and let's get started. Okay, so to get started, we're going to get a slip knot and we're going to chain 36. Okay, once you've got your 36 chains, into the second chain from your hook, we're going to put a single crochet. And now we're going to single crochet in every chain space. So you should have 35 single crochets at the end of this row. Okay, now that we've gotten to the end of our chain and we have 35 single crochets all the way down, you are going to chain 1 and turn your work. Now we're going to put 25 half double crochets, 1 into every single crochet. Now that you've got your 25 half double crochets, you should have 10 stitches left, and we're going to put a back loop only single crochet into the next 10 single crochets. Working it this way, we're going to create our band on this side of our project, and then the design at the side that we just worked on. You'll see the pattern come through a tad bit more, in a couple of more rows. Now that I've got my 10 single crochets into the back loop only, I am going to chain 1 and turn my work. Now again, I'm going to put 10 single crochets into the back loop only, just until we get up to the half double crochet. crochets. Okay, now that I've got my 10 single crochets into the back loop only, we're going to actually be working into the back bar or the back loop, whatever, the third loop, I know everybody calls it something different, of our half double crochets going down the remainder. So because we've turned, our back loop is actually facing us. This is the top of your stitch, and this little bar here that is not on your single crochets is the stitch that we're going to be working into. So what we're going to do is we are going to single crochet into that back bar of every half double crochet all the way down, and you should have 25 single crochets into the back bar. Okay, here we are. I've just completed all of my single crochets into the back bar. I'm going to chain 1 and turn my work. And now you're going to repeat rows 2 and 3. Row 2 is your half double crochet 25 with your 10 back loop only single crochet. Row 3 is your 10 back loop only single crochet, and then your back bar only single crochets for the remainder. Now if you can see, putting the single crochet into the back bar is helping to create these braided ridges. What we're doing is creating these braided ridges that are going to be going down our hat to the band, and then our band will be off-centered with the braids. Okay, so go ahead and repeat rows 2 and 3 until your rectangle gets to 18 to 22 inches depending on the circumference of your head. If you have a larger head, you want it closer to 20. If you have a smaller head, you want it closer to 18. Go ahead and do that, and I will meet you right back here to teach you how to sew it up and get it cinched. Okay, here we are. I've just completed the rectangle part of my hat, and we're going to get ready to sew up the ends. Now yours will probably be curling somehow, which is fine, not to worry. The way that we are going to close this up is we are going to fold it in half with the wrong side facing out. Now when you fasten off, you're going to leave a long tail for us to sew it up together. So go ahead and grab a tapestry needle. We'll thread that up, and I'm going to teach you exactly where to put your stitches because we want this braid here to show through on the other side. So when we whip stitch it together, we're actually going to whip stitch with the back bar and not the top stitches. Okay, so getting started to whip stitch it together, we want to try to keep the same pattern that we had while we were working. So with this row, as far as the band goes, I would typically be working into the back loops only. So I'm going to continue, and I'm going to go straight into the back loop here. And then over here, since this is my chain, I'm just going to go through that first chain space. Same thing with the next one, through the next chain space. Go ahead and finish that through the band. Okay, there I've just completed my last stitch of the band. Now, we were working single crochets through the back bar. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick up that back bar, skip our top stitches, and then go through the other side just as normal, all the way down. Okay, so now that we have got that whip stitched all the way up the side, now we're going to sew up the top here, and we're really just cinching it together, just like so. You can put a pom-pom on the end if you like, you don't have to. All I'm going to do here is go in and out my stitches. Doesn't really matter exactly which stitches you go in because it's all going to be sewn up into a big bunch and you're not going to see it. Okay, so now that we've reached the other side, I'm just going to pull that really tight. And now we're going to go back and forth several times so we can keep it closed up. I like to hold mine like this, just so that it doesn't start coming undone or getting loose. So we're just going back and forth, working our way kind of like a star. If you'd like to put a pom-pom on top of it, I will leave the link in the description box below to show you how to attach a removable pom-pom. You'll want to not fasten off your ends once you're done sewing all of this together, and you'll go straight to that video and you'll learn how to put your pom-pom on. Alright, thank you everybody for watching JolieKnots Crochet. I'm Crystal. I will see you next time. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, share our patterns with your friends and family, maybe any groups that you're in, and we will see you next time.